on in and share my screen with you guys. You guys see it okay? Someone give me a thumbs up or say hi. Okay.
Thumbs up.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, so this is what my website looks like. I went with a very sleek look, and I'm just going to briefly go through this with you guys just so you can see what it looks like and what it can do, and then I'll show you the back end. But this is what my website looks like, and before anyone asks me, no, I do not have any IDX set up on this. The reason why is because I really honestly firmly believe that you get that IDX feed through your brokerage website. This is more just about branding you. And let's be honest, a lot of people are already out there, and I'm gonna say the dirty word, Zillow. They've got Zillow, and they're looking on Zillow, and they don't really need us for home search. They need us for all the other things, right? And so what this is just more of a way to capture leads by using your search engine optimization, getting some lead magnets and freebies out there, pulling in some content with your blog, and pulling people to your website. So that's what this is for. So before you guys ask me, no, I don't have any way for people to search properties on my website on this one. I have that on my brokerage website. And so I keep it separate. It's always been that way for me, and it's always served me well. This is, again, just about branding and getting people just to know a little bit more about me. So this is what my website looks like.
Amy, I have a question.
Yeah, what's up?
So I know we talked about this briefly.
Yeah.
So is there an easy way for you to, like, if you wanted to add it, like to pop it in and pop it out? Like, what is the reason behind that? Like,
about the IDX feed?
Well, about that, and I think the pros and cons versus doing it versus not doing it. I go back and forth because is the goal to have a one-stop shop for our people to go everywhere instead of redirecting them to multiple places?
So yeah, I get your question. So my thought, and there's a difference of opinion from people, right? Mm-hmm. My thought, though, is that for the reason why I want people to hop on this website is for brand credibility. It's not for them to be searching properties. I want them to research me, and I want to prove my brand. And that's how I do this. And also for them to set up scheduling appointments, because yes, over the years, I've had lots of people schedule appointments with me through my website. They don't call. They just set up a website and it links straight to my Google Calendar. Then I follow up with a call and say, hey, thanks for scheduling an appointment. I've got you down. I'm going to email you the Zoom link and I'll see you then. Obviously Zoom's a newer thing, but so to answer your question, long story short, again, people have difference of opinions. For me, I've never had property website search on my personalized brand. I like to keep it sleek. I try not to have them pop off of my page. Okay. That's the biggest thing. Like, they've got property search on Zillow. They've got property search on realtor.com, on HomeSpotter, like all those other apps. So for me, like, this is all about brand recognition. And I'm working on getting a video put together that I'll put right here as my header. And that way it's more about brand again, So again, this is just more about brand recognition and them getting to know me and wanting to actually know the person behind the brand. Does that answer your question?
No, that's really cool because you can put other links on there too. Like,
exactly. And don't get me wrong, I do have this linked like for well, I'll show you. I have it linked to my my KV Core site for like the CMA and stuff like that in certain areas.
Okay, cool.
But so yeah, so this is it. It's just really sleek looking. You've got ways to like add animated videos or pictures or whatever. Honestly, this is super important, you guys, because I think a lot of people, again, they want to know who you are. So this is where I add my journey. The journey I kind of just told you, I made it a little bit shorter though. And this is where you want this right up front. They want to know your journey. They want to know about you. They want to connect to your brand. And so you'll always want to make sure that you have a little about you right here. And I know it sucks. Like, people hate writing about themselves, right? Like, it's the hardest thing in the world to do. So maybe ask your husband, ask your best friend, ask someone to help you write your bio with you, because that's what I did. I had my husband help me write this bio. And I think it works. It works,
Jamie, how do you go about somebody helping you with the photos you decide to use of yourself on here? Is that just...
That's just kind of my knowledge and background with design, but I have my brand photographer. I had ideas. And so make sure you hire a content and brand photographer, because they'll, if you're like, hey, this is for my website, they'll be able to take a photo that has like some, space here if you want to add logos and links and stuff like that. I kept mine very sleek for a reason.
I'm having a photography session done on the 20th. I can't wait. It's been a year, so
yeah. So make sure she gets photos like this where they're like offset and not just your face and stuff. You know. That way there's some negative space so you can add stuff if you want. Again, I keep mine super sleek on purpose because I want them to stay on my page. I don't want to have so many things and widgets and stuff that gets them off my page. I want to keep them here. Okay, so diving into it, basically, like if you click this more info on the home buying or home selling or the home staging, it's the same. It pretty much just links to this stuff that's up at the top: home buying, home selling, home staging. And then Christina, you were talking about the IDX feed. What is my current home value? They can click here and it gives them information, or they can just fill out their info and I can get them a quick CMA. Or I have it linked under sellers. Like if you click here for a free market analysis, this will take them off my page. And that's why it's not so bold and so, I want to keep them on that page. This is here and they can put their address in and get an estimate. And then that way I can do a market analysis also. But I want to keep them on that page just so they get to know me a little bit better, if that helps answer any questions. But if they click on home buying, they click on that and it just brings them to this, which is another lead magnet. Okay, so you want to provide your value here. What I did is just went into Canva and downloaded a picture of what my first time home buyer guide looks like, and I popped it in here. And then literally, like, they can click this link to set up a schedule with me or an appointment with me, and it brings them to my appointments page, and they can literally click what kind of appointment they want, and then it opens up my calendar. They can choose the time. It's really cool. And yes, I do get appointments this way. I always have. And then if they click this, it pops up to this. So I've got this landing page. They think, okay, let me just click this. You can customize this. So if you just want to have their name and email address, that's all you don't need to put phone number, whatever. But I do that on purpose because I like to follow up with a phone call. And you guys, hey, I see messages are coming in. I don't have my messenger chat box open. So if you want to comment or add anything, just let me know so I can hear you. Just speak. Because I'm not going to check those messages until we're done. But hey, if they, I'm going to put in my info here. That way you guys can see what this looks like. Phone number, and then hit submit. It'll bring them to this. It honestly does not automatically email it to them. I want to be able to follow up with them with a phone call and then an email. But if they want to download it directly, they have this here too, that they can click here to download directly and it'll download. And you can make it to where it, like how this just happened, it'll open up in a new box. And this is my guide. So again, just providing free value to them and then capturing their information that way. So yes, I still have ways to capture their information. It's not necessarily through the IDX feed. So that's why I do it the way I do it. And then getting qualified, if they click this, it goes directly to contacting my lender, which is a secret page on here. They can't even see it. And then book an appointment. If they click this, it again goes to my appointment page and they can make an appointment with me. So this is what it looks like. So
for the lender link, Jamie,
yeah,
that goes straight to your lender and you get notified.
Yeah. So I'll show you on the back end what that looks like. I have to update it. That's the last thing I was working on today. But I do have it for my old lender that I was working with in California. What it is, it'll pop up and they type in their information. It has my lender's picture, their contact information. And then there's a way to email it to both the lender and myself that they filled out that information. Okay, right here, this think Calendly. And yes, you can also send this link out to people. If they're like, hey, I want to book an appointment with you, you send a link to them and it brings them straight to this page. So buyer consult, design consultation, because yes, I do design, seller consultation, that, think listing appointment, home staging consultation. And then if anyone wants to know about EXP, I send them to this link too. And then let's say, okay, we have a buyer consult, they click that, then pops up the calendar. And you can have this synced to your iPhone calendar, you can have it synced to Google. There's so many different things that you can have it synced to, but you can put predetermined times on when you want to take appointments. And so you'll notice on here, I have basically from 9 a.m. until 2 that they can book an appointment with me. And the reason why, because I go into, when there was school, I would go into the carpool pickup lane at 2:30 or 3 o'clock to pick up my son from school. So from 3 to 4, I'm doing school pickups. So I don't have appointments at all during those times. So you can block it off during certain times. You can do like 30-minute appointments, hour appointments. You can set this all up on the back end.
Is this done through Calendly or something else?
It is not through Calendly. It's through Squarespace Scheduler.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you see right here, it says powered by Squarespace Scheduling.
Oh, Scheduler. Okay.
Yeah. So they can do that, click the appointment that they want, and then hit continue. And then they just put in their information and hit complete appointment. And then what it does is you have it set up to where it reminds them like 24 hours before their appointment time. And then you can have it remind them like 15 minutes before their appointment time via email and text message. So it's all automated, which is nice, right? Now if we go back to like home selling, same thing.
I have a quick question about the scheduling.
Yeah, what's up?
Can I ask you? So on that, I like the thought of that, but then like, are you just meeting people that you don't know? Like you just randomly meeting, the stranger?
Yes, a good question. So my first appointments now moving forward are always going to be Zoom appointments.
Okay.
So if they don't show up, my feelings aren't hurt over a Zoom appointment, right? Because I didn't have to drive anywhere.
Yes.
So good question. But even before,
Okay.
even before I would have them meet me at my office or whatever for the first appointment. But that is the purpose behind grabbing their information, so I can call them beforehand and have like a little pre-screening appointment with them,
Jamie, does this send them a Zoom link then?
No, so you can set that up and on the back end through the email, and you can send your Zoom link like I just sent you guys.
So that's what you do.
My
So
Zoom
somebody
meeting
goes through and they fill out the form, and then you just get a notification, and then you manually send to them.
Yeah, so what I'll probably be doing is just let's be real. I'm not going to get so many of these right now, like where it's not hard for me to handle and manually add an appointment through Zoom and email them the link. So that's what I plan to do. Once we get busier, there is a way to automatically do that though. So it's really nice. Automation. Any other questions about the appointments side? Okay. Moving on, home selling. Again, this basically, has their a little freebie here, another lead magnet, how to prep your home for sale. They can click a link right here to sign up to make a Zoom call with me. And again, that brings them back to the appointments part of my page. And then get my free guide. They can download that. This just has more information, another book an appointment here, and then just gallery of like listings I've had. And then if they want to know more about home staging, again, you guys, I'm not overloading them with a ton of info. I'm giving them just enough to know more about me and like my professionalism. A lot of these things I created like in Canva, which are real stats, and then just houses that I've staged. And then again, book that appointment. So I'm putting this on multiple areas. I want to give them an opportunity to fill that out, and it works.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I'm like super new in real estate.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have, my own listings. I don't have any of the kind of background of here's what I can show you that I've done.
Yeah.
So what would you suggest putting in place of things you've done?
Yeah, so good question. Honestly, what I would do is just go out there and talk to new home consultants at new construction communities, build that rapport, build that relationship, and ask if they're okay with you adding information about their build communities on your website, and then just takes pictures of the model homes and pop them in here.
That's a great idea.
It looks beautiful, right? So, but that's probably what I would do. And then again, going back to what's my current home value? This right here, and Christina, to answer your question, I've got to figure out a way to make it work, but I know I can do it to where they can put this information in here, and it zaps straight to my KV core. And then that way I can have a certain drip campaign lead set up. I got to figure that out. I haven't got that far yet.
I'll talk to my husband about that, because he was the one that told me to do this. When I showed him your site last night, he goes, I told you to do that 2 years ago, and laughed at me. And he was like, you just wanted to stick with the KV Core site. And then I said, okay. But I actually have a meeting today to fix out my KV Core with Sylvia Dana.
Cool.
So she knows how to redirect those links and stuff. So when I get that set up with her, and I'll talk to my husband and see, because he's very familiar with Zapier and he uses that also to funnel. I'll ask him how to do that. And
Cool. Yeah. Keep me posted.
Okay.
Nothing drives me crazier than when I go on a web page and there's a contact us, and I'm like, I don't know if they're going to actually respond to this, because that's happened to me in the past where I've reached out to companies and they never respond. So I also add my cell phone and my email address right here on purpose. So yes, that's on purpose. That's because some people don't trust these lead forms and they want to be able to just grab an email and pop in an email and contact me that way. And yes, it's happened. So another thing you can do is get a Google Voice phone number and pop this in here, and that way you know it's coming off of your website. Does that make sense to you guys? I had that set up previously, and I'm going to look into it that way, because I'm still going to keep this. This is my old phone number from California, so it's not a local area code. So I'm either going to get that or Grasshopper or something, and then I'll switch out this information. That way I can tell that it's coming from my website when they call in on my phone. And then when you look at it on mobile, by the way, there's a way to set it up to where at the bottom of the page, there's a little link where they just click the phone button and my phone number pops up and they can call me directly. So that's important too, to make sure you have that on the mobile site, because nothing's more annoying than trying to call and you're looking and then you have to type in the number, you know, and you're like going back and forth trying to remember the phone number. On mobile, there's a way to put a banner on the bottom that they just click the phone or click the email button or click the Facebook button, and it takes them to those areas. Okay, now relocate to Raleigh. I just put barely enough information on here about Raleigh. This links to like a local government site. This links to the Wake County School District. Relocation timeline. This is the last thing I have to finish. I'm going to link this to my relocation timeline PDF, and that way they can download that, and another lead magnet right here. So that's what that is. Again, you guys, just keep it simple. Don't overthink it. Don't overwhelm yourself. Your job is to not have all of the answers. Your job is to know where to get the answers. That is the biggest piece of advice I got early on in my career in real estate, is you don't need to know every single answer. You just need to know where to go to get the answer. And so you don't have to know everything. Just point them to another source. Okay, and then testimonials. This is testimonials that I've had over the years that I just popped in here just so people can read real testimonials. Again, appointments, and then the contact us page, I've already showed you guys what that looks like. And then my blog. So you can set up a blog directly through here. This, I kept it fun. Like, this is more my personality, more about, you know, who I am. And then you can just put your blog stuff in here, and it allows people to comment. You can turn comments off. There's all kinds of cool stuff that you can do with it. Oh, this is embarrassing, you guys. Look, I just put this blog post up yesterday. You know, the only person who commented on my blog was my dad. So he's my #1 fan. He'll probably be the only one commenting on my blog for a while, but that's okay. And then up here, you can link any of your social media sites, this email, obviously Instagram and Facebook. And that is it. So again, keeping it super, super simple. Anyone have any questions so far on the front end of my website?
So when you say Squarespace, that is who you use for your, is it the domain or?
Yep,
okay.
Squarespace hosts it. And so I'm going to show you what that looks like right now. I see messages popping in. I'm going to stop real quick and look at messages. Okay, you guys. I like the idea of not having IDX feed. Yep, exactly. Canva, yep, Canva is amazing. And thank you, Kristen. I'm glad you like my site. Again, it's just about keeping it sleek and having just enough information to capture their attention for a little bit, and also have those lead magnets. That's the biggest thing. And landing pages. So if you don't know what a lead magnet is, when I say that, you guys, that's those freebies, that's those PDFs, that's that content, that's the something of value. Okay, so this is what it looks like when I sign into Squarespace. Over here to create a site, I'm going to walk you through what this looks like real quick. It's really great because you literally just set it up and then you can pick a design template. Like literally that's it. And then you're just up and running, popping stuff in and customizing it. So that's why I love Squarespace so much. And it integrates with so much stuff too. And once you decide, like some people have like stuff that they sell and things like that on the side, you can add a way for merchants to buy stuff on your website, and it connects with Square, like all kinds of stuff.
Amy, one of the question I was wondering before you did that was, I started offering a credit repair service for clients, and I wanted to put that on there too. So
yeah, that's good. Ooh, that's a good one.
Actually, since I've been doing it, I've had like for some reason, a plethora of people that are like, do you have a site that I can go to? So this would be
Wow.
great.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you go right here to real estate and properties, it just has a bunch of already preloaded templates that you can use. So pretty cool, huh? Let's just say I picked this one. It literally walks you through step by step, and then you just start with this design and start going at it, and that's it. But I'm gonna take you back to my website so you guys can see what it looks like on the back end. You do have to, there is a learning curve, I'm not gonna lie, but there is a YouTuber who I've been following over the last 3 years who's got some really good, quick, like 2 to 6 minute videos to walk you through some of this stuff if you get stuck. And honestly, YouTube has a ton of people that's got videos on Squarespace. But this is it right here. This is your design board. So pages, you just click the button to add them all the way down. And these are my not linked pages right here. These are my landing pages. So technically they don't appear in the navigation up here, but search engines could possibly find them. That's slim to none though. So just so you know, that's how I'm creating these landing pages. They look like this. Again, you're picking a template and you're just editing it. You're editing like what it is that you're giving away. You can edit the custom form by clicking on that. Type in right here what you want this button to say. You edit the form here. And when you edit the form, you can add whatever fields you want right here. Name what you want it to be called so that way you know what it is. Storage, this is the important step. You need to set that up to make sure you're sending it to whatever source. So I'm sending it to my email. You can link it to Google Drive, MailChimp, or you can zap it in. And then advanced, this is where you want it to hit, you can name it like submit, enter, whatever. And then disclaimer, we respect your privacy and will not share your information, whatever, right? I just have to add that in there. And then you just hit save, and that's it. Like literally, it's that simple to create a lead form.
Did you try any other domains out at all, or did you just know that this was going to be the one?
So I met with a friend of mine who is in the tech field like 4 or 5 years ago, and he highly recommended Squarespace. And so I started checking it out against a bunch of other things. And I will be honest, over the years, Squarespace has really integrated a lot that it just made sense for me to stay there, that I haven't looked at any other thing lately because it's already been built. Like, you know, if it's not broken, why fix it? So yes. I've just stayed with them over the years.
So when this whole COVID thing started, like that week, I jumped on to try to invent my my own webpage.
Yeah.
And I got totally lost, completely lost. Like couldn't even sleep the first night. Woke up the next morning, canceled it on my credit card. But just from what I'm seeing in your back room here, it looks like it's so much easier than what I was shown. The first time I tried anything.
It's honestly so easy. You just have to play around with it. This is your navigation bar right here. Like this is it. Branding and text if you want to change stuff. Like that's the thing. You just have to get in here and play with it and don't be afraid of it. Media, this is where you upload whatever picture you want to be the background of your lead form. Action, this is where you create your buttons right here and your actual edit your lead form right here. And then social links, you can add social links to the bottom right here. Oh, I gotta re-authenticate that. Whoops. You add that right there at the bottom. And then style. This is just where you choose your colors, your fonts, and all that good stuff. Like it's that simple to create a lead page. You just have to know how to link it to the lead page. So I'll show you how I did that here in a second. So let's just say we're going to home buying site. Literally, you just pop in your pictures and you start typing in stuff. One thing about Squarespace that you need to know, it's all about blocks. So you have to, let's say I'm going to edit this right here, and I don't like how this is spaced. You hit edit, and then what you need to do is hit this little plus sign, and then you add spacers. Okay? So what that'll do is you drag this up to the top, and you put it in right here, or right here, if I want it to be spaced out more. And then you just drag it over, right? So that's it. That's how you add more space on the side so that it looks more centered. And that's how you make the picture smaller, is by adding in a space button. And then you can add a text box here or whatever you want. So you just have to get in here and play with it and don't be afraid. There is a learning curve, like I said, but once you figure it out, you'll be zooming through in no time. Now in here, there's a way, if I edit this text field, click that right there. If I edit this text field, nope, that's not what I wanted. Right here, edit it, edit this right here. And this is sending them to the reserve site so they can book an appointment with me right away. Now, if I wanted to send them somewhere else, like let's say I want to send them a CMA, I would link that then to my EXP page right here. I would literally just drag and drop that in here, right here. And then hit this little gadget, and then you can hit this tab right here, and it'll open in a new window if you want it to. And then that's it. Like, that's how simple it is to redirect them to a different page. So for those of you like me, you want something separate from your brokerage, this is really good for that reason, because you can still link it to the IDX feed in certain ways throughout your page. Now, I'm going to show you real quick how to just quickly pop in that free lead form, or that's this freebie right here. You hit edit, and then right here, you're going to click that little gadget, go right here to file, and you can upload any file you want in here. Then you check mark it, and that's the one that gets popped in there to download. Like, it's that simple. If you're concerned, like, oh, they're not going to put in their info, I promise you they will, because if you saw, remember on my front end of my website, let's go back to this, get my free guide, it pops up that lead form, click on this. They have to fill this out to get to the end form where it says, thank you, we'll be sending you your guide shortly, or you can click here to download it. All I did was hyperlinked it, like I did right here. I hyperlinked it, and what it is, this hyperlink right here, I linked it to this file. Like, that's all I did. Then that way they can instantly download it. You guys following me, or did I just confuse you?
I'm good.
All right. And that's it. Then you just go through here and just add whatever you want, add your pictures in your gallery, and call it a day. Now you can add all kinds of cool stuff. Like, honestly, it's all about just coming in here and editing it and just playing with it. Yes, cancel. But when you come through here, you can add your testimonials, your appointment calendar. I'm going to show you what that looks like real quick. This is what you can edit this way just by going through here and putting in what you want. But to actually edit your scheduling, you have to go to the scheduling part. And this is what it looks like on this side. You can customize the emails and the text reminders that get sent to them as soon as they fill that out. You can accept payments if you're like offering, let's say, a design service. You can say, oh, I offer, I don't know, like a free design appointment for $50. You can accept payments on your website. You can gather client info. You can customize your scheduling page so that way it looks like the way mine did. And literally, you just honestly just go through here and set up your entire thing. It walks you through step by step. You can't mess it up. It's that simple. All right. Now,
Jamie, how do you keep that calendar with your main calendar?
It syncs to my Google Calendar.
It syncs to your Google. Okay.
Yeah. So it's all a part of your setup. Like,
okay.
Let me see if I can figure out how to get there from here right now. Yeah, sync with other calendars. And you can have Google.
Don't see what you have scheduled. Do they just see time blocked off?
They just see a time blocked off.
Okay.
Yeah, they won't see my actual calendar. Look how it says one blocked off time. That's because we're right here right now having the Zoom call. Today is pretty open. But and honestly, I should probably sync it to my family calendar too, because we've got like practices and stuff that'll start coming up again. And you can sync it to however many calendars you want. That's the cool thing.
Okay.
So like, let's say I want to sync it to my iCloud or many different Google calendars or whatever. You can do that right here. And you just set it up. And then it says hide the event title and only show that you're busy. That way it doesn't show like Carson's baseball game. Well, they don't need to know that I'm at my son's baseball game. Like, if they don't understand that, also, first of all, shame on them, and I don't want them as a client anyways. But, you know, you don't want people to know your business, so you just hit hide, and it just shows that you're busy. But that's pretty much it. And again, it's a lot like Calendly, where you can actually send this link to people for them to sign up.
Can this link be on your social media sites too, or no?
I'm not sure. I haven't got that far with that yet. I'll look into it. I'll let you know. I'm sure there is a way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because if you can send it via email.
Yeah, there's got to be a way that I can sync it. I'll figure that out. And then analytics, it just shows you like where your traffic's coming from, how many views you've had. Like, look, nothing. And then yesterday I posted and got like all these views. Just shows you like where it's coming from, all that cool stuff. And then I'm trying to think what else I want to show you guys. Oh, I know, Christina, you were asking me like, oh, how does that get to your lender? So right here, this was old, so I have to update it. This is one thing that he was my preferred lender back in California, and it's literally people just fill out this form, and then when they hit submit, it would email it to him and to me, and then he would instantly be in touch with them. So that's pretty simple, right? Let's see here. I was gonna show you guys one more thing.
So here, sometimes, or I shouldn't say sometimes, so most of the time, if I was to use a lender in that way,
Yeah.
the lender would help pay for the subscription or the monthly fees. I mean, is that something that you're able to negotiate with them, or?
I mean, I guess you could. I'm too nice, though.
Okay.
I just feel like once I have that relationship built, I'm not going to charge them to be on my website.
Okay.
Making sure they're providing service and answering my clients quickly. And if they can't do that, then I'm on to the next and finding someone else that wants to partner up with me.
Okay.
So, and honestly, I don't even remember how much this is. I want to say it was like $150 to set it up, and it's just like annual.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty inexpensive. And then you can buy whatever domain you want, or you can redirect a domain that you have already bought to direct to here. So it's really inexpensive, you guys. And also they do offer design. So if you need help and you're like, I'm so lost, you can sub that out to people and have them set it up for you. And I want to say it's like $300. Or if you're like, I know nothing about SEO, search engine optimization, you can actually you can have them set that up too. And I think SEO is like $400. I'm trying to remember where that was at now. Maybe under marketing. Yeah, right here. But you can hire an SEO expert. And let's see. Yeah, from $200 starting. So if you want someone to build your entire site, I think that they charge like $500. But you guys, it's that easy to use. There's no reason why, if you have time on your hands right now, that you don't just work on this over the next couple days and figure it out and set up your own website yourself. If you know, it's not that hard. You just have to play with it. Watch YouTube videos, set it all up. Oh, this was the other thing you can set up. This is something new that I haven't started yet, but you can set up your email campaigns lists. Right here, I got like 1 new or 2 new subscribers like yesterday. But it does have a pop-up link when people go to my page that asks them to sign up for that. So that's where that's coming from. It's another lead magnet. It pops up here and it says like, oh, don't miss out, blah, 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 blah. And that's what it's actually right here. Join our mailing list. So and you can set it up, the timer. I think it pops up after 5 seconds. Yep, 5 seconds. After they're on my website for 5 seconds, this pops up and they can subscribe. And then it also shows on mobile. And then at the bottom of mobile, there's also, I think I told you guys, a banner that pops up at the bottom. Announcement. No, that's not it. I'll have to find it. But it pops up at the bottom and just has all of the little links for them to call me instantly, email me, or whatever from mobile. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, look at my website on your cell phone.
When they join your mailing list, what kind of stuff are you sending out?
So I just started doing this because I should have been doing this years ago. So I'm probably not the best person to ask, but my intention behind the email campaigns is sending them my blog posts. Anytime I come out with a new YouTube video, market updates, I'm going to be sending them all that stuff.
Great.
I've seen a lot of people doing newsletters, like weekly newsletters.
Yep.
So that one might be a good thing to do if you don't do videos. Like I'm not into videos yet, so I'm going to just create like weekly newsletters.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not going to do it weekly because that's too much. I'll probably do my monthly newsletters and just keep sending those out. Anytime I do client events, I'll be sending my clients those emails through here.
I would think that would be another good tool to like market that too.
The what?
Open houses.
Yeah, you can do open houses. You can, like, I know Christina and I both have the curbside pages set up on Facebook, so you can ask people to drop their info and put them in here and say, hey, I'm going to be giving out freebies if you sign up for my mailing list. And anyone that signs up for it, you can enter them into a drawing for a free $10 gift card to a local restaurant or whatever. You know, the opportunities are endless. You just got to get in front of your people and grab their info. So that's just kind of how I feel about it.
Well, for that coffee and contracts, the discount code, I know I was looking into it and I think it was like, I don't know if it's like $34 a month right now.
Yeah, let me send you, I'll drop it in the chat box. Let me find it real quick because I can't remember my code now. Shame on me, huh? I think you get like 25% off or something. Let's see here. Yeah, it's Jamie25. Do you guys have questions for me? If you go to Coffee and Contracts, pop that code in. You get 25% off for your first month. It's month to month, so you can try it out for your first month. If you don't like it, you can cancel. But they've got some really good content. They've got blog posts in there, social media posts, scripts for like how to do YouTube videos or Facebook Lives. There's a lot of great content on there. I encourage you guys to check it out. I've been using it the last 6 months, I think. They've got a lot of those freebies already for you. In fact, you know what? Let me just hop on here and I'll show you guys real quick. This is what the calendar looks like. So they've got the calendar for the month. You can customize them in Canva with your brand content and colors, pop in photos of yourself. But what's cool is, check this out. It's already got the words that I can just copy and paste or edit it to make it sound more like me. I can, make these look more like my brand colors and stuff. I'm sure you guys have seen me post some of this stuff. If I just like the caption.
I'm seeing your screen.
Oh, sorry. I turned it off. I'm a bozo. Hold on a second. All right, there we go. So this is the calendar. They already have the content calendar for you. There's hashtags that you can use, captions. You can use the image, so you can just grab and go, or you can customize in Canva and have your like brand colors and stuff. But what's cool is like you can honestly scroll through here and use whatever picture you want or edit it however you want. That way you're not looking like everybody else's. And then you can change these captions to make it sound more like you're talking the way you would talk, or slang that you use, and copy and paste that right into Facebook and Instagram. But what I like about them, they've got these cool printables already. So like different guides, open house printables, flyers. So this would be like, if it goes, there you go. So she's got some lead magnets already right here for you that you can just customize. Pretty cool, right? So a lot of the hard work's already done for you. You just have to go in there and add your info and edit it, and then download it as a PDF from Canva. So just get your free Canva, open this up into Canva. In fact, let me show you what that looks like. Use this template. And then I would go in here and edit it. And so what I'm doing for my website, once I'm done, I just hit here. Don't use the PDF, by the way, for Squarespace. They want a small file, otherwise it won't upload. So click here and download it. And then to get the picture of my image, you can just use any one of these right here, JPEG. and then hit download for just page number 1. That way it looks like my guide. I'm downloading that, and then what I do on my website, I just pop in that photo into my website. Does that make sense, you guys? Let's see. So like this is just a photo. It's a JPEG image. That's all it is.
And how did you get that there? From your back?
Yeah, on the back
office.
end of my website,
Yep.
if I go to pages, if I go to pages, let's click on home buying. All I did, I edit this, hit the little plus sign right here.
Yep.
And then I hit image, and it'll drop an image right here, and then you literally just drag and drop it right in here. That's it. Super simple. But again, if you get stuck, there's tons of YouTube videos on Squarespace. But that's Coffee and Contracts. I love their stuff just because it's a lot of the stuff that I already needed. Like here are recommended vendors. You can, edit this to your brand colors and all your people, and then have this freebie on your website or give it to clients on your first Zoom call. So again, just tons of content and value here. They also have like branding kits, so you can help build your logo, a Facebook cover, Instagram highlight covers, or email signatures. So again, all of this stuff's already pre-created for you. You just open it up and start designing. Postcards, social media image library, content calendar, blog posts. So my last blog post, that's where I got it from, was right here. I'm not that smart. I just know, like I told you, I just know where to go to grab the source.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, like, how do you come up with like your blog content? Because that just could be like overwhelming if you're just, having blogs and stuff.
Totally overwhelming, totally like not my thing. So she comes out with a blog post once a month, and you can literally copy and paste it. If you're like, I need a blog, but I don't have time to write, or just hire a blog writer to write a blog post for you, once a week or whatever. Again, you guys, you don't have to be the end all be all for everything. Like, you just need to know where to go to get the info. Be a source,
Yeah, I think I've used, is it like Fiverr? That one's
the Fiverr. Yeah, Fiverr.com is awesome.
Yeah, for like $5-10, I had somebody write like my bio or help me write my bio.
Yeah, absolutely. Why not source that out to someone that knows a little bit more about how to
what did she use? Fiverr?
Stuff. Yeah, Fiverr.com. Fiverr has all kinds of awesome stuff, by the way, you guys. A lot of people have asked me about my gifts. I originally found my girl on Fiverr, and then now I encourage her to put together an Etsy site. So she'll create like 15 gifts for you to use in Instagram and Facebook stories for $150. And I have a code for that too, that you can use. It's like $10 off or something. But I originally found her on Fiverr. Like, you can find anybody on Fiverr for anything. Your business cards, like if you need a YouTube intro video done and created, you can find that on Fiverr. You can find anything on Fiverr. So just go over there and like check it out. What I do on Fiverr, I just like look and see like how many stars they have and how many good reviews they have, and make sure that they're a credible resource, like before I actually purchase whatever it is that I'm going to buy. So that's just my 2 cents. I've had like huge, like those huge roll-up banners. I bought a stand and have a iPad for like open houses or like different events, like I don't know, farmers market or something, if I'm gonna have a booth. And I actually hired somebody out to make my my artwork for my roll-up banners.
Yeah.
So you can find anything on Fiverr. In fact, I'll type it here in the chat box if no one knows what I'm talking about. But does anyone else have any questions for me? That is Squarespace, and that's why I use it, because it's all in one place, and it's amazing. So you've got your lead magnet forms, you've got your scheduling right there, you've got your email campaigns, and then again, you can zap your stuff into like your other brokerage CRM. So if anyone needs to do that, it's got that capabilities of being able to zap. But
Amy, what's the cost of this?
I cannot remember. I want to say it was like $150. Don't quote me, because again, I signed up for that like 5 years ago. So, in fact, does anyone, let me Let me
The
Google
last
this.
one that I looked at, it was, gosh, I forget what the name was, but it was like $300 and some, and that was just recently.
Okay, well maybe the price has gone up.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I mean,
guys.
but even that I didn't think was a bad price
Well,
for a website.
right, and like here's my heart on this. So many people have asked me like, well, why would you have a separate one? Because no matter what brokerage I'm with, I'm branding myself. I'm branding me.
Yeah, they control that site.
Yeah, and they control that site. That's it. There's not much you can do as far as design and stuff like that. And so if I leave this brokerage, which I'm never going to, right, Christina? But if I ever leave EXP, I can take that website with me and it's fine. I'm still branded as Jamie, the designing realtor. That's it. All I have to do is switch out like the logo and that's it, you know? So that's why I use my own website. So Christina, your husband was right. Don't tell him that. But he was right. It is important to have your own separate website. Because of that, you've got these lead magnets, SEO, search engine optimization, making sure you have this set up with Google. So get yourself in Google Places and link that website to Google. So you'll show up in searches a lot better. So that's how people will find you, either, you know, organically through that or through
Google Places. Is that what you're on? Is it Google? Yeah, because I think it's just Google.
Yeah, it's Google My Business. So here,
is that how you verify your business page, Jamie?
Yeah, go to Google My Business, set up your Google page, you guys. Get a business profile. So click on this right here. And don't worry if you're like
your
me.
Screen's off again.
Shoot.
We can't see your screen.
Okay, hold on. Okay, so just Google the word Google My Business. This will pop up. Click on Get a Business Profile. Make sure you're signed into your Google account. But what it'll do, you basically can verify yourself. And don't worry, if you're like me and you're not a physical location, they'll let you set your search parameters. So I put like Holly Springs, Apex, and 9 other cities around me. And what they'll do is they'll send you a postcard and you basically verify yourself that way. And then you can set yourself up to get verified right here in Google. So that's how people are doing it, by the way. So don't pay anyone to help you get verified. It's that simple.
Jamie, do you have to have like a specific address or something?
No, so because you're not a physical address, it will walk you through the steps and it'll ask you like, do you meet clients at this address? And you'll say no, and then it'll let you put your service areas.
So you don't use an actual address on your Google?
So on my site, it's my address, like my home address, but it doesn't show that on the website. It just shows I'm in Holly Springs. So if someone were to Google like realtor in Holly Springs, I'll pop up as just a place marker in Holly Springs in the areas I serve.
I just put my Regis address because I didn't know what to do, but this is like 2 years ago.
Yeah, so update it to whatever address. Like for me, the Regis address is in Raleigh, which is not where I'm focusing on as much. I focus more on South Wake County, which is Apex, Holly Springs, and Fuquay, which we're kind of different from Raleigh. So I want people to find me as a local Holly Springs realtor. And this is how you do it, is by putting yourself on Google My Business.
Yeah, mine is different. I have one that's like a half a mile down the street. So that would be annoying.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, that's one way to do it. If you're like, oh, I could just use my office location. But if you're like me and you don't have an office location to use that is in the service area that you want to service, you can use your home address, but just say, no, I do not meet people at this physical location. And then it allows you to enter your service areas. So and then what happens, go ahead.
I was going to say, just on my Google site, when I actually pull it up right now, it actually says Google My Business. So it looks like I've already verified my business.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you may have. I don't know. Just walk through the steps. And,
How do you know if you've done it or not?
Because
well, actually, I do have a check mark. It says verified.
Oh.
Well, do you have this platform? Can you sign into this? This is what it looks like when you sign in. And then it allows you to also buy like a domain if you want, because sometimes web pages load really slow. Like, let's say, for example, I'm going to Google plumber in Holly Springs. So this is what it looks like, right? If I click on this and I click on this person's little thingy right here on website, you can create a quicker loading website on Google My Business. That way it's not your slow loading website. You can have just this phantom website with just a little bit of info. And then this is how you get clients to write you reviews, is right here. You send them this link. And then that's how you end up with like 1,000 reviews on Google, is making sure that you have clients actually writing you reviews. Because Google, like when you have your places set up and you have a ton of views, they favor you and your stuff, search engine, the SEO, like you'll show up in more people's searches, and you'll be on page 1 versus page like 10, is by getting your clients to write you reviews. So you get rewarded. The more reviews you have, the higher up in the search you'll be. Does that make sense?
You just send your clients the Google link. That's what I usually do. I make them review me here
and Facebook,
on Zillow and Facebook. But somebody said Facebook has changed things the way
it has changed, and I hate it.
I know.
But my last 2 clients were able to do it, so it was fine. But yeah, so that's how you guys show up in Google Place and Google Search. Make sure you have your verify yourself. It does take a few days. They'll send you a postcard. So it'll be pretty much a 2-week process from setting it up, getting the postcard sent to you, verifying it, and then being able to actually ask for reviews.
Do we have to have our like Squarespace website set up before we can do that?
No, not at all. In fact, basically, like I said, you can have that phantom website. Where is mine at? You can have this phantom website right here, right in Google. This is what it looks like. So when they click website, it'll go to this. Then I can redirect them to my actual website. Or you can connect, once you want to connect it, you can disable this one and connect your real website to it. But test it first, because if it loads really, really slowly, people will just bounce off. That's the thing about Google. They want to click your website link real quick, have it load real fast, look at it, and see if you're legit. If it takes forever to load, they're just going to go on to the next person and not even look at your website. So that's why they encourage you to have your own little website on Google My Business platform.
So I just checked my website's not, it says that I have to get started.
Yeah, so set that up.
So that's, yep.
We kind of diverged a little bit, but I hope this was really valuable information for you guys.
Always.
So
I don't think I've done it right, because I never received a postcard, but I also put the Regis address.
Yeah.
So that's why, because you put the Regis address, the postcard went to Regis.
Well, I didn't know that it wouldn't show, and I didn't want to put my personal address, so that's why I did it. I had no idea.
Can change it. You can change your address at any point if you want to.
I'm going to go through the steps to do it and re-verify.
Yeah, because you'll have to
about 15 reviews on there. Like I have client reviews on there, but I don't think I ever did it right to verify.
Yeah, you have to verify yourself. They'll send you a postcard. So, does anybody have any questions for me? Are we good?
Good.
Was that good, or are you guys just like so overwhelmed right now?
No, I'm excited to actually get started. It's the weekend, so we have 2 days.
Yes.
Do it for me, but I know.
Yes. Have your husband help you, Christina. He's going to be like, I freaking told you.
No, I try to get my husband to do my Facebook ads and stuff, and he's like, I got clients. I'm like, what about me? Like, I'm like, I have this new listing. I need you to like run an ad. He's like, I don't have time. I'm like, great. Not even a perk anymore being married to you.
That's lame.
Thank you for this. No, it's good. I'll have to dive in and stuff.